Alright, hello people, I'm the Dude, and this is going to be the ending for Divinity Dragon Commander. As you can see, I've taken the capital. This is the third map. There's only 3 maps in the game. Didn't really put up much of a fight, honestly. I didn't even have very many units. So yeah, we're going to see what the ending looks like. You have to control the capital for 1 turn, so I have to pass the turn. But there's nothing they can do. Yeah. Let's see. Victory! Dragon conquers Rivellon. So yeah, there was like 4 regions in the far north that I didn't have, but there was a grand total of maybe 5 or 6 units up there. It didn't matter. So, popularity, 70% dwarves, 60% elves, 85% lizards, 70% imps, and the undead were kind of on the fence. But everyone else liked us, so... this just in, dragons apparently hibernate. Is the Emperor one part of the twin? I don't know why I keep saying that, but whatever. I had 79 cards at the end there. I was just spamming cards for the third map. But anyways, I'll go into that later. And more cards.
Welcome back, Commander. One last time, let me welcome you back aboard the Raven. The Empire has been restored. Peace, briefly dethroned, follows in your wake. What 3 mighty men once set out to do, you have accomplished single-handedly. In the name of an entire world, in the name of delivered millions, I thank you. Long may our friendship last, and long may last your reign.
So yeah, Maxos is happy. This was his plan all along. So what about Corvus? It's a good question.
He has been finally defeated, Commander. So many of his aspects you have destroyed that he is now but a shell, bereft of all powers. When I dismantle the Raven, him I shall banish to the abyss he came from, and with him, the last remaining traces of that vile traitor, the Architect.
That vile traitor. So where do you go from here?
Your wife and all her wisdom I have sent out to locate the best and most beauteous spot in Rivellon, where we will build your castle. Then, a capital we'll build around your castle. And an empire around that capital. An empire that will stand for 1,000 years.
For 1,000 years. Did he just say my wife and all her wisdom? Oh my god. I chose Ada, by the way. Not very much wisdom there, honestly.
But for your blessed realm to remain standing so long, we must destroy every last bit of demon technology, including this majestical Raven. It is a sad thing indeed when such wonders need to be undone, but we cannot trust the nature of man, or any of the others.
Right.
Soon these machines will be but figments of the imagination. Be like snippets of dreams that fade from memory upon waking. We cannot have it any other way. Give the word, dear dragon, and I shall commence to shape the world anew.
Let's see, I should like to... Yeah, let me talk to my
By
people
all means,
first.
Commander. I'm certain they will wish to congratulate you on your victory.
Good, good. Okay, so there's no one here. I can't talk to my wife for some reason. Interesting. Counselors, the imp is gone.
Commander, the 7 have truly favored us all. Heathens wither in the throes of death as we tread by them victoriously. Glory be unto the gods.
So Yorick's happy.
No mortal can, of course, truly mimic their magnificence, but the harder we try, the more we may find favor in their stern, just eyes. I'm afraid what favor you have found does not quite live up to the expectations I had, but I'm contented in the knowledge that times of peace may just bring the faithful new challenges which we may overcome together. For peace, as you will be aware, so frightfully easily leads to vice. Besides, the Empire is but new. So many who stray have yet to be subjugated. Whatever your merits, Commander, much more can be done. Yes, indeed. After all, so say the hallowed 7 scriptures. The world shall never be perfect until all that stirs is bone.
Okay, so he wasn't overly happy with us, but we only had 50% favorable, or favor rating or whatever, with undead.
Praise be, Commander. Rivellon has been saved, and her great Green Mother with her. Quite clearly, we have but one being to truly thank for this unexpected and inimitable feat, and that is you.
Oh my god. Oberon's actor is so overly dramatic. I love him, he's awesome.
Nevermore, I think, has the freedom you have granted us put a greater responsibility on our shoulders in turn, on each and every one of the civilized races. We must earn back the very rights to happiness your liberation entitles us to.
Right.
I will remain a politician for certain, and I will continue to defend elven viewpoints valiantly. Always will they be relevant. Always will I hope you shall value them higher than you have before. Even the best is never good enough when perfection is your end goal.
Perfection.
I foresee a bright future, Commander. Indeed I do. Yes, I may have to contend with dwarves and undead still, but that is no price to pay at all in return for the stability of peace. Thank you. May the spirits of nature guard your soul, and may their wisdom be your constant companion.
You too, my friend. You too. So Oberon's happy.
Commander, allow me to congratulate you. Not just from the bottom of my heart, but the deepest recess of my beer-soaked liver. More affectionately and sincerely, I cannot be. We've come a long way, and we've had our ups and downs, but today is not one of regret, of looking back in anger. No! A day like this? Ah! Such a day the world has never seen!
Indeed.
You, Commander, no, Emperor, will be a monarch to remember. A man whose memory will wear out untold ages. Rivellon is yours, one fair and square. So treat her well, for a mighty fine realm she is.
Mighty fine.
But come, let's have a drink, you and I. We've earned it both. Today, no politics. Today, no war. Today, we raise our glass to Rivellon and to the dragon who secured her freedom.
Right. Falstaff's supposed to be basically a greedy capitalist, but I don't know, I always liked him. He's cool.
This moment has been so long in the making, Commander, that now the hour strikes, it seems almost unreal. And yet here we are. The war is over. We have won against unthinkable odds. Unlike some, I know full well what this victory means. How important it is to enact what you and Maxo set out to do. It's uncommonly brave to revert time, as it were, and undo the miracles of magic that brought us victory. Only a handful would understand how uncommonly wise this is as well.
She's talking about destroying the machines.
Such wisdom requires a lizard's mind, I do believe, abounding with primordial profundity, or at least a lizard's vision. You do possess both to a degree, though perhaps not as much as I had hoped. Still, I do not mean to put you on the spot, dear dragon. What you have accomplished outshines the political tribulations we had. And who is to say we shan't find you more accommodating in the future?
Interesting. I had an 85% approval with the lizards. And she's still saying that I disappointed her.
We are but on the cusp of your illustrious career. Of that I am certain. For I am convinced that more than in the empire you won, your legacy will lie in the empire you will leave behind. It is my fondest desire it will be a realm in which all lizards will reside in freedom and happiness.
Oh, I will make it so. Prospera. I will make it so. So, there's the counselors. What they had to say. The imp is not here. I can assume he's maybe in the engineering bay. There he is. There's Trunculo.
Buggering, bonking blunderbusses, Commander. You've done it. Not that I ever quite doubted a fire-breathing beast, equipped with my nephew Grumio's jetpack, but by golly, you sure gave us a show.
I did indeed.
Imps and dragons. You know, sometimes we see eye to eye, sometimes we stamp each other's toes, and when we do, Mind smart a tad more. But that's okay. We're chums, you and I, aren't we? No doubt about it.
No doubt.
Oh, lordy, lordy. What an occasion this is. I feel like I should say something profound, but such is not the way of imps. All I can say is this. Please, 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 don't listen to that old goat of a Maxos and destroy all this technology. Like every god that never was. These trinkets, these gadgets, these machines, they're so much fun.
Couldn't agree more.
But they will be destroyed, won't they? Blimey, Commander. If that's not like a pigeon pooping right on your birthday cake the very moment you're about to take a great big bite.
Indeed, Trunculo, I agree.
There we bally well have it, don't we, my lord? Well, I can't believe it's over. Indeed I don't. No more tinkering, no more hammering, no more engineering. Oh, what a sad, sad day. Bitter misery.
Poor Grumio.
Then again, the raven stopped singing to me long ago. And the things she taught me were more precious than anything that rigid old sorcerer could come up with. Time for Grumio to pack it in. Time for my poor cousin Trinculo too. We'll have to invent new wonders all over again. Yes, that'd be good fun actually. How about I join your court, my lord? Oh, the crafty contrivances I could fashion for you and your wife. Fountains that spout wine or beer on command. Fans that wave by themselves. You can kiss those smelly orc slaves goodbye. Oh, and carriages that stay cool inside even in the summer. Oh, we'll have us a blast, my lord.
He's gonna invent air conditioning. Okay. So, first they weren't happy, now they kind of are. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's talk to the generals.
Ah, Commander. Everyone seems to be in a rather merry mood today, as if our final victory took them all by surprise. Oh, these short-sighted simpletons. Bless them, eh? As though any endeavor that has my backing is not bound to prevail. To be fair, though, I suppose this is indeed a day to be merry. Many gave their utmost to safeguard the Empire. Many gave even their lives. So many proud lizards. And yes, dwarves, elves, the others too. Heed well their sacrifice, Commander, for it is you they fought for. Even more, I think, than the idea that is the realm. Still, the one thing that really matters, the one thing that will be remembered is that the dragon came, saw, and conquered. And there's an end to it. But anyway, enough banter. A good sherry is what I need. They brought in some new casks only yesterday, I do believe. So I live in good hopes I may yet have a sip of sherry worthy of its name before this ship is decommissioned, and we with it.
Good old Edmund.
Bulls, bulls, we've triumphed, Commander. After long last, we can say, game over, lads, the war is won. No cry rings quite so cheerily and chillingly in the ears of an old warhorse like me. Aye, for I may be a well-seasoned stallion, but I'll be damned if I'm ready to be put out to pasture.
Henry wants some more fighting. Gotta love Henry.
And how about you, then? Guess you've made your old man proud. His empire shattered like a stricken sheet of glass. But you've managed to puzzle it all back together. And a good job you did too. Dragons, eh? They'll get the job done. Guess you've got a couple of 100 years ahead of you. Me, a couple of dozen with any luck. That's okay though. I've pretty much accomplished what I wanted and more, thanks to a couple of gentle nudges by your hand. Perhaps Scarlet Catherine and I can join forces now, if they be willing. Always some mischief going on in the world in need of setting right.
Interesting. So he wants to be a mercenary.
Good then. That's settled. Now, let us drink. You didn't think I was gonna let you gallivant off without joining me in a toast, did you? Come on. Down the hatch. To us, Commander.
Awesome. Henry had problems with trusting people, and he kind of learned to trust because of Catherine and Scarlet saving his daughter earlier in the story. But he's still good old Henry.
Well then, Commander. Looks like it's all over. What seemed impossible only a relatively short while ago has been made a reality. Maxos was right all along. You, the dragon, were destined to redeem the realm.
Right.
But you have done more than conquer the world, you know. You have been an instrument of redemption. I was a bitter woman when my kingdom was taken from me, and all the more enraged by the injustices I and every woman had to suffer. You, however, have cured both my bitterness and my loss in the faith that any man could be a creature of honor and respect. Thereby you yourself have earned great honor and respect in turn. Cherish your victory, Commander, for it is yours more than any other. Long may your memory rouse the heart of each and every being that loves this blessed plot we call Rivellon.
Interesting. She hated me. She hated me this entire game, and now she's finally being nice. Even when I gave her everything she wanted, she still hated me. And then now she's all like, singing my praises. I never really liked Catherine, and honestly, I still don't. Scarlet.
You did it, Commander. We won. Do you realize what this means? We can go home, live lives of peace. Oh, Lord. I'm going to be bored all day, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, but I guess I shouldn't be so selfish. So many people have looked forward to this moment. So many soldiers long to go back to their sweethearts. Let this be a day of love. And if soon I fancy a brawl, I'll trip an orc in a tavern and say the sight of his spotty green arse made my foot twitch. That should get the party started.
Oh, that's it? Well, that's underwhelming. I wish Scarlet was more part of the story, because she's my favorite out of the generals by far. Her attitude and her personality and everything, but it was mainly these three. Scarlet had very few story sequences. Very disappointing. Scarlet's awesome. Let's see. I wonder if we can talk to the demon. It said he was destroyed. Interesting, he doesn't look destroyed to me.
It is impossible. Impossible that I have been beaten. I who was so many, reduced to one. So much blood has been spilled, been lost. Not even Magia Sanguinis could tame your soul.
I didn't give in to any of his requests, is what he's talking about.
For one such as you, I can but stand in awe. Eternities of torment would I have made you suffer. And yet, in the servant I had foreseen, I find my undoer. May Maxos end me swiftly, for such shame sears my soul.
Right, I guess when they destroy the Raven, they'll destroy Corvos, yeah. So, interesting. There's no one else to talk to, so I guess we'll go back to the bridge and talk to Maxos.
You have spoken with your companions, Commander? Are you ready to set in motion the realm's new destiny?
I'm ready, Maxos. Let us hereby end the war for good, and our engines of war with it.
Very well, Commander. In this end, let us find myriad new beginnings. Now dawns an age of peace. Now breaks in golden light the Pax Draconis.
Draconis.
And so it was that after long last, Sigurd's son, the prince they had called a bastard, became Emperor of Rivellon. Peace descended upon the battle-scarred realm, and each and every war machine was duly destroyed. No longer did demonic technology hold sway, and the world became one of harmony once more. Harmony between magic and nature. As for Maxos, grateful his friend had secured his father's legacy, He knew this would be the beginning of a new age. That of Dragon Knights.
Okay, so, alright, well that was the ending. And all the characters. I think their dialogue changes depending on the choices you make during the game, so my ending might be slightly different than someone else's. I think the first half of this game was great. I think it was really well made, everything was put together well, all the components worked, and it was fun as a whole. It was a fun game. The last half of the game, it slowly spiraled downward. The difficulty curve like dropped off a cliff and was just non-existent. That last map, like I said, I beat that in under 2 hours, and it was a joke. Most of that was just me auto-battling because they couldn't stop me. There was nothing they could do. I mean, I probably fought 5 battles myself on that third map as the dragon, and all 5 of them, they never came even close to winning. I just stomped them. Every other battle I auto-battled and just destroyed them. I was so far ahead on resources and cards. Oh my god, I had like 80 cards extra at the end of the game. I could just spam cards every time I got in a battle, and if they had any advantage at all, the cards would ruin it for them. So, yeah. As good as the early game was, this game gets ridiculously easy by the end. But, yeah, it was still fun. I wish it was harder. I mean, that was hard mode. The hardest difficulty in the game, and it was pretty much a joke, so... Oh well, still fun. I love the idea. I hope they make a second one. And, you know, branch out, do some more with it. I hope they add some more to the RTS elements, because if they flesh that out really well, and it's just a great RTS on its own, with all the other elements, it might be one of the best RTS franchises out there, honestly. So, it has potential. But, yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time.